suitor from Samsonite, world-proof.
CBS. Welcome home.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back, everybody. We're live tonight on the 9th of June, 1997. Bill Cosby is here tonight on the Colorcast from CBS, and our old friend, talk show host, Morton Downey Jr. You know, vacation is a nice time, but I've had this wart on my index finger on my left hand. You probably have seen me picking at this thing here for, weeks. And that's what it looks like now. I went to the skin doctor up in Mill Valley on Wednesday, and she burned this thing with hydrogen. And I said, what will this do? She said, it'll turn very, very black. She was certainly right about that, wasn't she? And I said, what do I do? And she said, leave it alone. It'll fall off all by itself. It's an old joke from the military that I'm not going to go into here. But it just is so irritating. Man, oh, man. You know, I went to see a couple of pictures on vacation. I saw this Woody Allen show, which is called Everyone Says I Love You. Which is a wonderfully charming movie, and I recommend it to you highly. It's not Woody's best, but it's a very, very charming picture. And in there, and I'm going to get a little philosophical here if you don't mind, they sing a song called Enjoy Yourself, It's Later Than You Think, Enjoy Yourself While You're Still in the Pink. And I started thinking about that. You know, I'm 61 years old. I have more days to look back on than I have to look forward to. But in terms of my life, I have a lot of adventures to look forward to, more so than I have to look back on. All that crap back there in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, I don't have to do anymore. And I remember my mom and dad singing that song in the 1950s and 1960s as a kid. And, my father died 23 years ago, and my mom lives by herself now in the residence. And I remember them talking about going to France. My father's family was French-Canadian. And whenever they talked about going to France, my dad would say, well, Marie, maybe next year. And of course, all of a sudden, there weren't any more next years. And I've been thinking about this. And I thought to myself, there are so many things that I want to do in my life. And I am still in my pink. And the things that I want to do in my life sometimes don't include being with you 5 nights a week. But this is not that kind of a night. But I just have been taking an awful lot of stock, and I just thought I'd pass it along to you. It doesn't mean anything except that for all of us, it's later than we think. I did go to see this movie, Lost World, speaking of later than anybody thinks. And, man, they ought to arrest Spielberg for grand theft larceny. I'll tell you, jeez. I looked at the companion after 45 minutes. I says, for heaven's sake, why don't the dinosaurs eat the people so we can go to dinner? My God. Let me close here with a fast story about a fella in a nursing home. And at dinner, he strips down to his undies, and he's dancing all around the dining room saying, super sex, super sex, super sex. And a lady in the front row says, I think I'll have the soup. Bill Cosby from The Cosby Show here on CBS, and Morton Downey Jr. from all over the lot. Settle back, fire up the colortinis, and enjoy yourselves. It's later than you think. We'll be right back.
Whatever Dad wants for Father's Day, Sears has it all. Right now, David Taylor dress shirts are only $9.99. And all men's sports shirts are on sale, like these from Trader Bay and Fieldmaster, just $16.99. So get to Sears and get Dad everything, from tools to ties.
Of all the challengers he must face, none is so determined, so relentless, so diabolically ingenious as you. Taco Bell introduces the Unmasked Batman game. Just peel back Batman's mask to reveal Bruce Wayne, and you can win cash. One of millions of prizes, or even a Batmobile, instantly. Yeah! Only you can unmask Batman, only at Taco Bell.
Have you seen the elf? It's hiding behind this card. The elf.
The world's smallest 2-time zoom camera. The big news in the advanced photo system.
Have you seen the elf?
New from Canon.
The feel of smart design. feel of flexibility. Schick Tracer FX is the only razor that flexes to cover every sensitive curve. A design so smart, you can feel it. Schick, the feel of smart design.
He can run the equivalent of 200 miles per hour. Not fast enough. Nothing's faster than black flag. Roaches start to die instantly. Black flag. Ready, aim, gone.
Injured? A team of lawyers is waiting to help. Call us for a free home consultation. Jacoby and Myers. Problem solved. See our ad in the 9X yellow pages.
Hunts and Hines were back with a fast hand from KC to see which sauce would win the test. Bullseye. 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 Folks say Bullseye tastes the best.
You're the best, big guy.
Big bold Bullseye tastes the best. Now try new Raging Bull Spicy Hot and Grilled Onion with Garlic. This is CBS 2.
Bill Cosby was such a powerful influence on America over the years that the one historian has named the 1980s the Cosby decade. He has won an armful of Emmy Awards, and you can see him now on the CBS sitcom Cosby. He'll also host the Playboy Jazz Festival at the Hollywood Bowl once again this Saturday and Sunday. It is always a pleasure to welcome Cos to our show, and thanks for coming over.
The 80s?
The 80s were the Cosby decade. Is. The 80s is the Cosby decade.
Was. Why do people always name things? The press does this. They name the decade, and I've
I know this guy. If you want, I can call him. We can have this unnamed immediately.
Yeah, because the whole thing is this millennium that's coming. The millennium.
Millennium's on the way, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are loading up for the millennium like this is going to
like something big is going to happen.
Like we never did anything in 1997 or 98 or 99. You don't get the millennium if you don't come through. I'm just afraid we got people building up to start a whole new life after wrecking everything.
No, we got people building up to some big thing happening here on the night of the millennium, and it's going to be a night just like any other for most folks who are on the planet. It's not going to be a great big night.
I think it's going to be worse. I think people are going to be drunker than ever. I think they're going to do more crack than ever. I think what we need to build for this is more people executing hope, not killing it, just acting.
Right, acting it out, making it hope. Yeah, because let's not use the word executing because we know what that means.
Oh, buddy.
Now, let me ask you here about your thoughts on the second season, if you have any, for the show here on CBS. You've completed season number 1, and it was successful. No, okay. I know one time you came here and told me about the ratings, and you weren't too proud of those.
No.
So, what are your thoughts for season number 2?
Reality. I think we have settled. Don't forget that Felicia was called up like the gypsies and the brothers Karamazov. You know, you go to the door. Hey, come on out. You got to play.
Hey,
the guys are and they wake
Felicia,
up.
Hurry up.
Yeah,
get in here. Yeah.
Get in here. She was doing. So she now has her character down pat. We took what was an English series and realized it is true. Cosby can't do those things because people don't want to see him do that, and it's Clicko. All right.
When you say they don't want to see Cosby do what?
They don't want to see him be cruel They don't want to see him be harsh.
Right. Okay.
They don't want to see him be Red Fox or Archie Bunker. They like to laugh because he has good sense. He has a gruff way of doing things, but in a sense, even if you can't have all of the kids from the Huxtables, people would like to see him be, you know, you remind me of my father, or you remind me of my older brother, or an uncle.
Yeah,
or
there's
something.
a link, there's a bond that people have, right?
Yeah.
Is it tough being Cosby? You just said that people don't want to see Cosby do certain things. Is it tough being Cosby?
No.
The image?
No, not. Well, the reason is because of the Cosby. I've been living with him from zero.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I remember being on relief, which is different from welfare. Alan King had a wonderful definition or a way of defining it, and he said, you know, in the old days, in the 40s and 50s, we were on relief. Now that means you get relief.
Right, you get
and
relief.
Then they changed the word to welfare, which has a longer term policy.
Yeah, relief originally was till you get back on your feet kind of thing. Right.
And so that's what you worked for.
And there wasn't a stigma to it as there is to welfare because people realized relief was a temporary, right? Thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like that idea very, very much. The idea of what I am and what I was, and Sophie Tucker, you know, this is better. But you always have to keep in tune with what was happening back there.
Can I ask you just a question or two here about the Playboy Jazz Festival? Because I know you love the music, and I know you've been a part of it now since 1979. You have an all-star ensemble that you put together for these events. Do you take part as a musician? Do you come and play the drums or anything, or have you ever been up on stage performing at this festival?
Yes, and the irony of it is that I'm illiterate.
Musically so,
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You put music in front of me, and
psychobabble, right?
I can read 4/4. I can read 2/4, but I'm illiterate. I have all these literate people, and very talented, studied, and they pay attention to what I ask for, because I have certain ideas, and I love the music. I don't want to abuse it, and as a fan, there's certain things that I'd like to see done with certain songs.
But do you ever take part in the music? Do you ever join these all-star bands? Have you ever?
I will play a cowbell. I have guts with the cowbell. Willie Bobo taught me.
Wasn't there a story about you one time keeping time with the drums and somebody came over to you?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Whew, man, am I glad to see that light go on.
No.
You scared me there, Cos, I'll tell you.
No, I thought you were going another way.
No, I'm going the same way you are. I wouldn't go against you, Cos, you know.
There are two.
After you got your own decade named after you.
And followed by the word was.
No, is.
Woo!
Right now, pal,
it's proceeding.
Right now, pal, it's your century, okay?
Thank you. And going into the millennium.
Right, the Cosby millennium.
Right. That's a long story.
Well, make it short.
To make it short, I thought I was a very fine drummer, and I had this aura that I had created that nobody could see. And so I sat down at the Blue Note, the Showboat in Philadelphia, and they have a matinee at 4 p.m. and you can sit in.
Oh, they're on the Delaware. Yeah.
On South Street, Broad and Lombard. Yeah. So I got up enough guts to go up and sit in. And there was like 18 horn players and the bass player and the piano player. And why for me, but it was just my luck of the draw, they chose Cherokee, which is, I mean, you have to play very, very fast.
Very fast.
And I'd never played that fast before in my life. But the song that I wanted was around there, you know.
Gotcha.
And all my ideas were going to be great. And rigor mortis set in. and Sonny Stitt came up to play, and I became frightened to Sonny, and all of a sudden I was relieved when a guy came along and played for me. He just took the sticks out of my hand. That was the last time I was seen at that club. And then there was one night in New York City at John Lewis's club. This is John Lewis, the drummer, not John Lewis, the pianist. And I was just sitting there, and John Lewis told the people in the audience that I was a great drummer because John had seen me in Philadelphia, and I was great compared to what I do now. You know, people take and put the Peter principle on you. It's, well, he's a great storyteller and a comedian, but now he was a great drummer because they think you can't do that. So he said, come on up, Bill, and play. So I went up, and I sat down, and they had a line, 4 horns, and a drum, and a bass, and a piano, and we started. Now, that's right in my pocket.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I look while I'm playing, and Philly Joe Jones walks in. Now, Philly Joe Jones, to me, was the walk-on-water drummer of all time.
Okay, okay.
And Philly Joe Jones sits down. Now, I start to play, and everything, I mean, I'm showing Philly what I can do. And everything that I play, that I think I play it, it comes out exactly that way. And when the song is over, you understand? I walk down, I come off, and I look at Philly Joe. It's my first time.
Hey,
yeah,
what about it, man, huh?
Exactly.
What about it, huh?
Exactly.
What about it, yeah.
And he said, sit down, Bill. I said, Joe. And I'm waiting, man, and he looked at me and he said, you know, if you take me on the road with you, I can clean all that stuff up in 3 months.
We are with Bill Cosby from The Cosby Show here on CBS, and at the Playboy Jazz Festival at the Hollywood Bowl this coming weekend. Back with Bill and you on the toll-free after this brief timeout.
If you want great taste without all the fat, then go to Subway for a fresh sandwich. And right now, for a limited time, we've livened up our roasted chicken breast sandwich with the sweet, delicious flavor of Grey Poupon honey mustard. Take the Subway challenge at a Subway near you.
Hugo? Yeah, Hugo Boss. A fragrance. Hey, the world is getting smaller.
Smell better.
Hugo.
Check it out at department stores.
I was born active. Motor's always running, if you know what I mean. So to stop smoking, the patch was not for me. Too passive, too rigid. With Nicorette gum, I get to do something. I participate in my own survival, fight my own cravings. Nicorette and I hit them before they hit me. I was busy smoking. Now I'm busy not smoking. Works out pretty good.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
Meet the world's biggest stars, Shamu, and the funniest.
I'll tell you about getting no respect.
Join Rodney Dangerfield for SeaWorld Busch Gardens Alien Vacation, CBS Tuesday.
On CBS Way Back Wednesday, it's the wedding we've all been waiting for. The Bionic Woman and the $6 Million Man. In an explosive movie.
Steve is in that compound. Wasted.
That could keep them from being bionic ever after.
It's okay, she's my fiancée.
Lee Majors, Lindsay Wagner, CBS Way Back Wednesday.
Another day, another hope.
Is it pizza?
Another sandwich.
Oh. Wouldn't be pizza, would it? Oh. You know that round food with
Well, we got the hint.
Oh.
Lunchables Pizza. 3 real crusts with all the toppings. Fun to make and eat, no need to heat.
Pizza? Mom, how'd you know?
Lunchables brand pizza from Oscar Mayer.
Is it pizza?
Lunch will never be the same.
You know what dirty pots and pans call for, but what about dirty dishes? They're calling for the SOS Scrubber Sponge with a unique shape, thicker sponge, and an SOS Tough Scrubber. Now every kind of mess calls for SOS.
This is the most dangerous place to be if your transmission has started to slip. Will you make it? Don't take the chance. Take your car to AMCO. AMCO centers have expert technicians with state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. And relax. Half the cars serviced by AMCO centers
Don't need a new transmission. AMCO is the place to find out about your transmission. Not out here. AMCO, AA MCO.
He can run the equivalent of 200 miles per hour. Not fast enough. Nothing's faster than black flag. Roaches start to die instantly. Black flag. Ready, aim, gone.
With Bill Cosby, here's Tim on the toll-free in Pittsburgh. Hi, Tim. It's Tom. Welcome to CBS.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Doing fine, thank you.
I love your show, man.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, hi, Bill.
Hey.
How are you?
All right.
All right. I'm glad I could get through to you. I just had one question. I saw you when you were here in Pittsburgh. You talked about grade school and that, and I just want to know, what kind of student were you in grade school? Seriously, I know you do your stand-up, but what kind of...
No, that stand-up is very, very true.
Oh, okay.
I wrote that piece because it was a flushing out of what an awful lot of people think about themselves when they're in school and what the value is. As you could see, from beginning to end, we won't tell the ending because a lot of people haven't seen the routine, but there is a payback for this person who hasn't done anything with himself.
Okay.
And that rebirth of the individual who is now a serious, serious teacher.
Who are you talking about?
Talking about there's a routine that I do.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's a wonderful, wonderful routine.
Yes, it is.
But I don't want to give the punchline away.
Well, it's not like everybody in the world is going to be going to see this, and a lot of them might miss it.
Why are you doing Jack Benny now?
I'm not doing Jack Benny.
Well, it's not like you're going back.
Well, I mean, it's...
Well,
yeah. Rochester.
I saw Mr. Benny. Whoops, don't go there. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling,
Bill.
Tim.
We're here with Tom Snyder this evening. Tom, how's it?
Going fine, Bill. Thank you.
Yeah.
You have talked before with us here and with other people about the characters that you grew up with that have become part and parcel of your routines, Fat Albert and all the rest. Could I ask you about some other Philadelphia things? Because I lived there for 5 years.
Shoot.
And I remember the first time they had me try Scrapple.
Yes.
And I said, "What is Scrapple?" And they couldn't tell me. It was just Scrapple.
No,
they
wouldn't tell you.
No. And by the way, if Camille is watching this, you're to turn the sound down now.
Yeah, Camille, turn the sound down. We will not say anything until she's turned it down.
Would Scrapple be called an acquired taste?
No, sir. It tastes
terrible.
Good. No.
Oh, Bill.
No, you didn't have it cooked right. First of all, what time did you eat it?
It was in the morning.
Well, you had it at the proper time.
Yeah, 8:30.
Had you been drinking the night before?
I refuse to answer that question under the grounds of...
Well, the people want to know what you're doing. No, Scrapple is wonderful. You have to fry it until it's almost burned on both sides to make it crispy.
Right.
Now, if someone cut it thick for you, then it wasn't right, you see. But it's basically cornmeal and the parts of the oink that people don't want to see.
That's right. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Much less eat.
Hello. But it's wonderful.
And were Tasty Cakes big when you were a kid?
The chocolate ones were for me, and the lemon pie. Yeah. Tasty Cake lemon pie. And Frank's orange soda. Now, there were authorities. These people, there are people who are authorities, because the guy said, my fellas, the fellas that I grew up with, I came to Philadelphia at some time, and they all wanted to sort of rally, which they did. They came to me after Ennis's murder and the extortion case, and the guys all sat around, and we're in our 60s now, and they all started to talk about what we couldn't eat anymore. And Joe Barnett and I...
Scrapple would be one of them.
I'm telling you, Joe Barnett and I started talking about the night we went to Pagano's.
Oh, sure.
And we were 18, 19 years of age. And we went to Pagano's and got 2 pizzas. I was working then. I was shining shoes and working as a shoe repairman's apprentice. So I had money. And we brought the 2 pizzas back, and we got 2 bottles of Frank's orange soda. Yeah. And Joe Barnett, while we're talking about this, Joe Barnett says, and don't forget, cuz, they had the little specks of orange little specks of orange in them. And so that night at dinner, I brought a bottle out. It's now a plastic bottle. And looked at it. And Joe said, it's got orange specks in it. You know, and he poured a glass for himself. And his wife said, Madeline says, what are you drinking? See, when you're married 35 years, man, wives, they don't care about other people around. They put your business right out on the table, street.
Yeah.
That's why we don't want the sound on for Camille. Because wives will say, and I want to tell you this story, wives will say, what are you doing in front of people? Yeah. They don't care about manhood. Now, let me tell you about a fellow, if I have time. I have a friend, I'm going to say his name.
Okay.
This is expose. Alvin Poussant.
Alvin Poussant.
Do you know who he is?
No, sir, I don't.
Noted psychiatrist, Harvard University.
I'm impressed.
Married to Tina
Poussant.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Who is a doctor of radiology.
Very accomplished couple.
And you can see her in the dark. Yes. We're in Las Vegas. They came to Las Vegas to see me.
Right.
Camille is there, and Camille eats health things. I mean, she boils Avion.
Okay.
There's a woman sitting here eating, drinking poached Avion.
Avion water.
I'll have poached Avion. Yeah. She is famous for listening to a waiter say what chef has done to the salmon bouillon. You understand?
Gotcha.
And then saying, that sounds wonderful. Will you have him take all that off?
Yeah, right.
And the guy, they go back and they have a meeting, pretend that they're having a meeting. Yeah. I'll see if chef can do that. Yeah. Which is a bunch of crap. All you got to do is, there's a lady that doesn't want this stuff on the salmon.
Just grill it.
Drop it in the water, bring it out. But they pretend they're taking it all off, which makes her feel.
Of course.
Just absolutely wonderful. Yeah. She asked me not to
So now
talk.
the guys
so
are
we got Camille,
with
I'm there, Ed Lewis, and Carolyn Lewis, his wife, and the Poussants.
It's
after my second show.
The psychiatrist and the lady who glows in the dark, right? Got it.
Right. Okay. How did you know she glows in the dark?
You just told me.
What a memory. Now,
well.
So everybody goes, Camille orders watermelon.
Right.
And
I don't want to go there.
Huh? No, you don't. You don't have to go there. In France, we saw watermelon.
Yeah.
Dizzy Gillespie was with us. The French people, white and all colors, love watermelon. And Dizzy saw a whole plate of it go by, and he said, a letter from home. Anyway.
Well, let's back to Las Vegas now.
Yeah, we're in Las Vegas. It's
okay.
after the show.
After the
now
show.
We're ordering as people do. Alvin says, I'll have a pizza. I want a pizza. So I sent the guy out. There's a pizza, double thing, all the food comes. Watermelon for Camille, and Carolyn Lewis is having poached celery, you know, because she's health food, and Ed is taking a nap. You know,
did you know that people who eat natural foods die of natural causes? Yeah.
Is it painful, though?
No, it doesn't hurt.
Because I have a friend of mine who said, you know, the only thing I don't like about life is the choice you make on how you want to die never gets to you.
Yeah, right.
You know, so anyway, and then my friend also said, he said, Bill, let me tell you something. Get on with this story. So now...
No, but let me get here to the psychologist or the psychiatrist and the lady who glows in the dark.
Yes,
I want to know more about her.
We're there.
Okay.
We're there. So the food comes, and Alvin's cholesterol was something like 310.
Heavy cholesterol,
310. I mean, this man is clotting right before everybody's eyes. You can hear clank, you know, arteries shutting down.
Right.
Clank. So... I'm eating something that Camille has looked at and taken half of it out.
What are you having? She's having the watermelon.
I forget what I was eating, you know, like fried, but no grease.
Gotcha.
You know, so fried, she said, but don't fry it with grease.
Well, how else can you fry it?
But that's the way health food people order things. They have things that have the word like. We have hot dogs. We have tofu that tastes like. And then when you buy them, you put them in the pan. You say, these are going to be hot dogs, and they're made out of soy, the soybean.
Sure.
And they fall apart.
In the
as soon as heat hits, the skin gives up. So anyway, so now the pizza comes and sits down, and Alvin opens up the box, And Tina said to him,
this is the lady that glows in the dark.
his wife.
Okay.
She said to him, Alvin, you can't have that.
You're kidding.
Yes. Now, here it is, the moment that every man has been waiting for, that a psychiatrist, this is a mind person.
Right,
you can't mess with a mind person.
No,
this man listens to people and straightens them out.
That's right. Understands what's bam, bam.
Hello.
Okay.
Now I'm sitting back, man, because she has messed with my hero.
Right.
This is the wrong dude now.
Okay.
And she has embarrassed him
In front of the whole crowd. Thank you. The lady that glows in the dark.
The words hit and they go around and they vibrate.
You can't have that.
You can't have that.
You can't have that. You can't have that.
And I smiled, man, because I'm going to use what he says. You understand?
Got it.
The man looked at her and he said, but we're in Las Vegas. I have never spoken to him again. Man.
Yeah.
Huh?
He melted before your very eyes.
Nobody said anything. It was one of the worst statements made by a hero.
But we're in Las Vegas.
But we're in Las Vegas.
And did she glow when he said that?
No, she knew it was weak. Yeah. Camille knew it was weak. The women sat there and applauded. Ed went to sleep.
Yeah. Well, there's the expose.
And I went to bed, and we just left him there.
Bill Cosby is with us tonight. He's on The Cosby Show on CBS and at the Playboy Jazz Festival at the Bowl in Hollywood this weekend. We'll be right back after these messages with the lady who glowed in the dark.
Radiologist.
Radiologist, right.
Now my McDonald's has more than your favorite food. We have your favorite music, the Disney Music Collection, with great songs from your favorite Disney movies like The Lion King, Aladdin, even a song from the new Hercules movie. You can get a CD or cassette for under $4 when you buy a Happy Meal or any large sandwich.
This is really good music!
So hurry into my McDonald's before it's over. And right now, you can get a Happy Meal starting at just $1.99, only at my McDonald's.
I could use something for this headache, Liz.
I've got Tylenol.
I thought you used something else.
No, my doctor told me to switch.
Really? How come?
He said Tylenol won't irritate my stomach the way aspirin and even ibuprofen sometimes can.
And Tylenol's strong enough?
Oh, yeah. It works great.
To avoid the risk of stomach irritation, Tylenol is the pain reliever doctors recommend most.
You ready for more guy talk?
I am now.
Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
Love the hat.
Oh, I need it. My hair's a disaster. Look at my dandruff.
You just need the right shampoo.
With regular shampoo, flakes can keep coming back, but Head & Shoulders helps stop flakes before they even start, so your hair looks great. Change dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
I predict on Tuesday the 17th, Flight 6 will be delayed, and my husband will get heartburn. On Saturday, my son Jeffrey will have diarrhea just as his train leaves for college.
Maybe you can't predict stomach problems, but you can always predict the right medicine. Unlike other leading medicines, Pepto-Bismol relieves all 5 of these stomach problems.
On Sunday, his mother will serve linguine and indigestion. I predict relief.
Pepto-Bismol, 5 stomach problems, 1 medicine.
Hey, bubblegum blowers. Now the flavor of extra classic bubblegum lasts longer than ever. So you can enjoy blowing lots of extra bubbles. Try extra classic bubblegum. Why? Now the flavor you love lasts longer than ever.
A young woman is kidnapped, then left for dead.
Something's happened to her.
An extraordinary story of one family's search for their missing daughter.
What'd you do to that girl, huh?
Sarah's not missing.
Patty Duke.
She's in trouble, John.
We'll find her ourselves.
Richard Crenna.
Where's my daughter? Where is she?
It's a desperate race against time. The Search for Sarah, CBS Tuesday.
Fran gets an unforgettable proposal from Max's brother.
I'm not that kind of girl.
I'm asking you to be my wife.
I'm that kind of girl.
The Nanny, CBS Wednesday.
I know when summer begins. It's when it's light way after dinner, and you can take your strawberry Jell-O out to the picnic table in the back and watch the fireflies coming out and feel that ripe red stuff bouncing down your throat like a cool breeze going through your insides. Now that is air conditioning for the soul.
Naturally fat-free strawberry Jell-O since 1897 and still the coolest.
Hi. Not much of a breakfast there.
No.
Would you ever think about having breakfast for lunch or breakfast for dinner?
Man, are you crazy?
What?
No, lunch is lunch.
Did you know that IHOP serves breakfast all day long?
All day long?
Yeah, you can get all your favorites with IHOP's hearty breakfast samplers, like the new lumberjack with biscuits and country gravy, eggs, meat, hash browns, and a stack of our famous buttermilk pancakes.
I never had it, but it sounds good. Could be.
Arthritis, backache, sore muscles? Give pain the 1-2 punch with Icy Hot. It goes on icy to dull the pain, then gets hot till it backs it away. Right back. Give your pain the 1-2 punch and knock out pain with Icy Hot.
Brunettes have more fun? Get real. Get sun-in and bring out the natural blonde highlights in your hair with new conditioners for a healthier shine. Lighten up with sun-in.
When I lived in Philadelphia, and I love that city to this day dearly, I had wonderful times there. There was a man who was the chief of police named Frank Rizzo, and he was very, very tough on people. What about you as a kid and the cops? Any cop stories involving you? Did you ever get in trouble with the cops?
No, the only thing I remember, well, I remember a lot, but my period of time as a kid, the police cars were painted red.
Really?
Yeah. We called them the Red Ace. I think they were Fords, and they were all red. I mean, solid red. I know that my parents were paid to vote. Somebody would come and get them, and I think the price was $1. And they went up and voted Dilworth into office.
Richardson Dilworth, mayor?
Yeah, yeah. I know that in Philadelphia, where I was, Germantown, the section I was born in Germantown Hospital, that within maybe a mile separated each movie theater, that the theater owners all had 3 different philosophies about race. The Ogons Theater allowed us to sit any place we wanted to. Then I think there was the Walton that allowed us only the back 8 rows on the left-hand side. And obviously the other theater, I can't remember, wouldn't let us in at all. And this was all during the same time. It was like 40, 47, 40, when Jackie Robinson broke into baseball.
What about your first date, Cosby's first date?
You know, the first date, first of all, you know, people find it hard to believe, but I didn't have any money. I had no money to go on dates. We used to go to parties. Philadelphia, you go to parties, you go down into somebody's cellar, and he had the record player with what were they, 78s?
78s, right.
78s, yeah.
And like, was the cellar fixed up a little bit? So
they put a little light in, and everybody was like this in most of the cellar, because you had big pipes that ran to the
furnace,
heater,
the
the furnace. And you get in there and you're dancing in the slow record. There was a song, I don't know if you had Sonny Till and the Orioles.
We didn't have those.
Had a hit song called You Saw Me Crying in the Chapel.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Now,
but somebody else sang it on the, when I used to play the records on the radio, somebody else, but I know the song.
You mean somebody sang it while he was singing?
No, somebody else made a record of it, but you're talking about the original record.
Sonny Till and the Orioles. That's the only version I know.
Okay.
And you get in there, and you were down there, but you saw me crying, you know, and that was the, exactly. Yeah. And I said, in Atlantic City.
Don't ask me to do more because I ain't got it.
No, please don't. We may have to pay. We don't have the money to pay him for it. So, and I'm not going to sing it anymore. Well, Bill finished it. So, you saw, cut it off. I said to the audience, I said, how many of you remember you saw me crying in the chapel? I said, how many of you were down in that basement? And he said, I said, you're all going to hell. I said, you're all going to hell, because it's a wonderful example of people not paying attention to the words. I said, what was the song about? And it's wonderful because all these people at the time, you know, they're going, you saw me crying, chapel, it's about love. It's a love song. Right. It's a love song. I said, yes, but who is he in love with? Then they went, huh? Oh my God. I said, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. The tears I shed were tears of joy, and I have it in the travel because I am happy with the Lord. I search and I search, but I'll never find. No peace of mind. It's all about God, Christ, and the man is so happy because he has found Christ.
Right.
And there we were. You saw me go. And no, everybody knew the words. They sang, they knew the words, right. But nobody realized, wait a minute, this is a hymn, but the music, you know, it's like with the band and the guys, ooh. And so everybody who did that, unless they go to church right now,
they're going to hell.
Exactly. But see, I'm Methodist. The only way you can get rid of it is on Sunday, Methodist and Baptist, you have to go down the middle of the aisle when the minister has finished, and you have to tell people what you did. And then the congregation will vote on what happened.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they say, okay, let him go. Now the whole town knows. But he's also got to expose somebody.
You mean to tell me that in your church you got to stand up there on Sunday morning and tell the whole congregation what you did?
If you want your soul
to be cleansed.
Yes.
I mean, I'm Catholic, you know, we get to go in the box and tell the priest you get one of these.
When you go round here.
That's exactly right.
And you say, and they say, well, who is it? And you say, well, I just want to say something. And he says, well, and they say, no, but this is the part I love. They say, well, what is your name? He said, well, let's just say I'm a friend of Jesus. you know, and then the guy said, okay. And now from what I understand, and I'm not sure, I think that the Jewish people have atonement.
They have yes, Yom
and
Kippur.
so you sit for whatever time.
A day, 24 hours.
Yeah, but you don't say.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
No.
So you
beam
just
it
sit
up.
like you
beam up.
Hello. That's wonderful. Yeah. The only person probably worried might be your wife, you know, because she's going, what? What? What was that? What was that about?
Or she says, you can't have that.
Oh, but we're in Las Vegas. Yeah, but in the Protestant, you have to come down that aisle, man, while they're singing, and they embrace you.
Oh, man.
You see.
But like, I mean, do you have to say things like, yeah? Oh, man.
Because the community knows you did it.
Yeah.
It's just that the people sitting over there that you did it with are going, hey, man, don't put my name in this, you know.
We will continue here in seconds with Bill Cosby, who'll be hosting the Playboy Jazz Festival at the Hollywood Bowl. And if you missed any of the Cosby shows this season, they're on repeat for the summer here on CBS. We'll be right back.
For the 80s.
For a decade of the 80s, right. The 80s.
Until the millennium.
We're through now for a while. So long. Bye-bye.
See what you made me do?
Man!
This Friday, get ready to rock the boat. Speed 2, Cruise Control, rated PG-13. Rush Hour hits the water Friday.
The diamond engagement ring. How else could 2 months' salary last forever?
If you want great taste without all the fat, then go to Subway for a fresh sandwich. And right now, for a limited time, we've livened up our roasted chicken breast sandwich with the sweet, delicious flavor of Grey Poupon honey mustard. Take the Subway challenge at a Subway near you.
Tonight, stop by The Late Show.
Come on in, we'll treat you right.
With Isabella Rossellini. Plus,
some lucky viewer might win my tie.
Tonight,
Adam is desperate for his dad.
I just wish she knew me.
And he's not alone.
I believe most of these kids would walk through fire to get to their fathers. I never met my dad. I cried because each year on my birthday, I look for him.
Runaway Fathers, Throwaway Kids, 48 Hours Thursday.
So, you think you gotta go to the gym to keep in shape? You may be getting more of a workout than you know. That's why you need the refreshment of Crystal Light. Our new raspberry tea is icy, crisp, with the taste of sun-ripened raspberries, but only 5 little calories. So, whatever you do to keep in shape, keep doing it. New Crystal Light fruit teas. Treat yourself right.
Myrtle Beach, you won't believe it now. And now Myrtle Beach Jet Express announces a great summer sale, our 4-pack special. This summer, buy 3 round-trip tickets to Myrtle Beach and get the 4th one free. Call 1-800-FUN-TUCSON and fly nonstop from New York to Myrtle Beach from only $79. And now buy 3 tickets and get 1 free. You won't believe everything the new Myrtle Beach has to offer. This year, have an unbelievable vacation with Myrtle Beach Jet Express. Call 1-800-FUN-TUCSON today.
Tomorrow night, Anthony LaPaglia is here, and our old friend Mary Madeline from CNBC in the good old days and now on the CBS Talk Radio Network. Back for a few more seconds here with Bill Cosby after this timeout.
Freshness hotline, what's the problem?
Man, my party is lame. I think I got some skunky beer.
Sir, relax. When was your beer born?
Born? What are you talking about?
Doesn't have a born-on date?
A what?
Do you have any Budweiser?
No, man, you gotta help me.
Okay, remain calm, sir. We're on our way.
Born on dating from Budweiser. What fresh beer tastes like.
Go! Sir, put down the skunky beer and slowly back away.
Whatever Dad wants for Father's Day, Sears is the store that has it all, from tools to ties. It's the ultimate gift store for Dad. Right now, buy any camcorder and get 0% finance charge till January '98. Like these from RCA or JVC, only $599.99 each. Plus, right now, all Dockers are on sale. For only $29.99, you can surprise Dad with these wrinkle-free twills. So get going. Get Dad everything he wants, from tools to ties.
Hogan knows. Sneed knows. Jack knows. I am lucky. Everything I have, I owe to golf. And for that, I am lucky. Fly away, Mr. Woods. Wow, I am lucky. Have you ever breathed Pebble? Have you ever heard Augusta? Have you ever felt Carnoustie? Then you know, I am lucky. Care to join me?
Problem. 2 women have 20 minutes to catch the same train. But first, they must run a few errands. If woman A uses her ATM card with the MasterCard logo, and woman B still writes checks, who will catch the train? If you answered woman A, you're right. Now use your debit MasterCard. Withdraws directly from your checking account. Debit MasterCard accepted everywhere you see MasterCard.
If you want great taste without all the fat, then go to Subway for a fresh sandwich. And right now, for a limited time, we've livened up our roasted chicken breast sandwich with the sweet, delicious flavor of Grey Poupon honey mustard. Take the Subway challenge at a Subway near you.
Save us.
Hunts and Hines were back with a fast hand from KC to see which sauce would win the test. Bullseye. 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 Folks say Bullseye tastes the best.
You're the best, big guy.
Big bold Bullseye tastes the best. Now try new Raging Bull Spicy Hot and Grilled Onion with Garlic.
With Bill Cosby, as you look back to the kid in Philadelphia, with Robert Culp and I Spy, the guy who saved NBC in the 80s and had a decade named after him.
You keep bringing that up.
What were the hurdles for you? What were the roadblocks for Cos? What were the days when you thought, man, it's too tough?
No.
No?
Never. Never. I was so happy. I was so happy to be given the opportunity. And I just tried to make sure that with the opportunity, that I scored, at least as far as I was concerned. Now, the one time that I didn't has locked in a personality for me. I played a club called Mr. Kelly's. I had played the Gator Horn across the street, Alan Riback.
Is this, where's Mr. Kelly's?
I told the story on this show.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah, that was the time.
When they send in the real Cosby.
Yes.
If you know Cosby, get him in here. Yeah.
That was the time it changed my whole personality about who I was.
Yeah.
Why worry about failure? Because it's automatic. There's no sense in helping yourself fail. So you might as well go out and find out what it's like to be successful.
You're going to get a lot of help failing from other people. You don't have to help yourself.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. And so with I Spy, without help, I mean, Robert Culp could have done a number on me which would have set my self-esteem at a terrible low. And some people could say, well, you know, he wanted to save the series. No, Bob was like that. Bob's rock solid all the time, every day, 24 hours. And Sheldon Leonard, God bless him.
God rest his
man,
soul, huh?
He was the best. The great Sheldon Leonard, I don't know if it's getting to the point, but anyway, Fuad Saeed, he had hired Fuad Saeed. And Fuad Saeed had just graduated from USC. And the way Fuad was hired was Fuad came into his office.
He was an actor, Fuad Saeed?
No, Fuad Saeed was famous for Cinemobile. He created Cinemobile. In other words, this whole bus, and you put everything on it, you can go any place, even Hong Kong, whatever.
Make a movie on the road, yeah.
Yeah, so Fuad Saeed goes to his office. Fuad Saeed has done nothing really except student stuff. And he goes to Sheldon Leonard, he says, I want to work, I've read, you're going to do new things, you're going new places, and you're going to be creative. And
I want to go with you. Okay.
And I want to do this as your man, doing the cameras and
cinematographer, okay.
Yeah. Sheldon says, what makes you think that I want somebody like you? He says, over all these experienced people. He said, but Mr. Leonard, you said you want people to do innovative things. And he says, these people are not going to do what you asked them to do because they're going to know better. And so he hired Fuad. So he had Fuad Saeed, graduated from USC,
right.
Bill Cosby, out of Temple University, two new fellas, and Fuad and I. Fuad knew more about his craft than I knew about mine. And I took on Frank Silvera as a coach, acting coach, and it took me about a year to understand what Frank was trying to tell me. I had to go to Luther James to explain Frank to me.
It did work out well, though, didn't it?
Frank Silvera is the best teacher I ever had. Once I found out what he was saying.
I got a couple minutes here. I don't know you all that well, except for this and a few other times that we bump into each other. But I want you to know that my heart went out to you, sir, when all that went down. Yeah. And I hurt for you, and I just say that to you as a TV pal or a fellow CBS employee or whatever. I just... My heart just went out to you and Camille.
Yes, thank you. That's very important. Because since that time, Mr. Levine, his son, murdered.
Yeah.
Prior to the situation with his son, he, at the Jackie Robinson Foundation, had gotten up and given his heart to me while he was accepting an award. It's really something when this kind of thing goes down. And one of the things you really want is you want the police, please, to find somebody. I think what's important is that Mr. Levine and our families, we don't want the media to make racism a card that they want to use to sell papers. For instance, the suspect in this case, they say, is a Russian immigrant. I'd like to not use racism as you would have called. This is an individual We have jurisprudence coming. The person, whoever it is, shot Ennis and killed Ennis. This is an individual's thought about what to do
in a situation.
Yes.
That has nothing at all to do with race.
Yeah, please. And so we would rather try this country, try and see if this country can just deal with the difficulty of that. Now, whether or not the young man who killed Mr. Levine's son, Mr. and Mrs. Levine's son, it's important that we get on with what the problem is with the individual.
I understand. I just wanted you to know that during that time, I thought about you and I thought about Camille. And I'm glad to see you tonight, and I thank you for all the stories you told. It was
the
fun.
Only thing is, did you really, you think she turned the sound down when we were
Camille,
talking about
turn the sound back up. We're not in Las Vegas anymore. Thanks, Cos. Bill Cosby. Yeah, I know.
She just makes it so rough.
Of Cosby on CBS and the Playboy Jazz Festival this weekend.
And
We'll be
then
right back after this break.
See, when Alvin...
Hi, Bob. Your booth just opened up.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Plaid shirt, Bob. Must be Tuesday.
Hey, Bob.
Hi.
Introducing the new wrap sandwich from Friendly's. 4 flavorful combinations of tasty ingredients wrapped in a tomato tortilla.
Usual's coming right up. You know, I think I'll try the wrap.
And now, order a wrap, get a watermelon roll sundae for only 79 cents.
Gee, you think the Earth had stopped or something?
Friendly's. Leave room for the ice cream.
Introducing new Charmin Triple Roll. On your left, a regular roll. On your right, new Charmin Triple Roll. It's 3 times longer. Look, the regular roll runs out.
Bob, we're out.
But new Charmin Triple Roll is 3 times longer. That's 3 times longer. Uh-oh, out again.
Mom!
It's 3 times longer. New Charmin Triple Roll, and it still fits.
Cheese to the rescue. Make a chicken cheddar grill. Chicken, cheddar, salsa too. Cheese again, not toasted. Ooh! Cheese to the rescue.
Let Pathmark help you celebrate June Dairy Month with the great taste of cheese. Pathmark means dairy savings.
Rescue me. Your tasty meal will really please. So celebrate June Dairy Month with cheese to the rescue.
At Pathmark, it's cheese.
You need a car to do your best and get the most out of life. But how can you buy one if you have bad credit or no credit at all? Hi, I'm Fran Tarkington with good news. Thanks to 1-800-BAR-NONE, you don't have to let credit problems keep you from owning a car. If you're working, there's a car waiting for you. Just call 1-800-BAR-NONE. Your loan application will be completed and accepted in 5 minutes or less. Get the car you need and deserve. Call 1-800-BAR-NONE right now.
We ran along with Cosby tonight for obvious reasons. Morton Downey Jr. joins us 1 week from tonight. Tomorrow, Anthony LaPaglia and Mary Madeline. A reminder that people who drink varnish often have a lovely finish. Back tomorrow night. Same time, same station. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody. Sleep tight, America.
Is your child suffering with a learning problem? If so, help could come from a surprising source. High-tech computer games. They're not just for fun. Also, our very own Martha Stewart shows what's so hot about cold noodles. Get some quick cooking ideas that will keep you cool in the summer's heat. Plus, all your latest weather tomorrow on This Morning.
Catering a wedding means a long, hard day, so I need the strongest hold.